a master of the art of fishing, was revered by all as the Fisherman King. Yet in his old age, he was deeply troubled, for his 3 sons were only mediocre fishermen. The Fisherman King couldn't understand it. He had poured his entire life's work into his sons. From the time they were toddlers, he took them to sea, guiding them first-hand to read the tides, recognize fish runs, and cast and retrieve their nets. Every son had received his unreserved wisdom, yet their fishing skills were worse than those of an ordinary fisherman's child. One morning, as the old Fisherman King sighed over his empty nets, a white-bearded old man approached him. After listening to the king's troubles, the elder said, "Let me go out to sea with your sons, one by one." The eldest son set sail first. His movements were textbook perfect, every detail a flawless replica of his father's teaching. "Look here," the eldest said confidently as he cast his net. "Father said this is when the fish are most plentiful." And sure enough, he caught a great number of fish. But he didn't notice the mesh of his net was too small, catching countless young, underdeveloped fish. The elder asked, "Do you know why you should leave 3 parts of the mesh open?" The eldest replied, "Because Father taught it that way." The old man sighed. "The mesh is left open for tomorrow. If you catch all the young fish, what will there be tomorrow?" The second son followed. His technique was exquisite. He had even invented a more efficient way to tie his knots. One cast of the net yielded a bountiful catch, but as he pulled the net in, the elder pointed at the struggling fish and asked, "Can you hear what they are saying?" The second son looked confused. The old man said, "They are saying it is spawning season in March. Your father taught you that you do not catch pregnant fish during the spring run." The third son was the last to go out. His technique was the most skilled. He could even handle 2 nets at once. In just half a day, his hold was full of fish. On the way back to shore, the old man suddenly said, "Turn back, you've forgotten something." The third son checked his gear and said, "All my tools are here." The old man shook his head. "You forgot to release the small fish back into the sea." When your father was young, he did this every time he brought in the nets. The Fisherman King listened to the old man's story, frozen in place. Then tears streamed down his face. "I understand now. I taught them the technique, but I forgot to teach them reverence for the sea. I passed on the method, but I did not pass on the wisdom." The next day, the Fisherman King gathered his 3 sons. "Today I will not teach you how to catch more fish, but instead I will take you to see the sea." They sat on the rocks, watching the tide rise and fall. The Fisherman King said, "Listen, this is the breathing of the sea. We fishermen are not its conquerors, but its confidants." He pointed to the seabirds. "They teach us where the fish are." He pointed to the clouds. "They tell us the weather is changing." He pointed to the small crabs on the sand. "They remind us of the tidal times." "I have been wrong for most of my life," the Fisherman King said. "I thought fishing was only about skill and a catch. But I forgot that the most important thing is a conversation with the sea. Technique can be taught, but reverence for the ocean, compassion for life, and gratitude for nature must be felt by you yourselves." The sons looked out at the sea in silence, and for the first time, they realized that the sound of the waves held so many secrets, and the sea breeze carried such deep wisdom. Many years later, the 3 sons became true Fisherman Kings in different ways. The eldest became a champion of ecological fishing. The second founded a school for fishermen. and the third invented a net that would not harm young fish. They often told their own disciples, "The most precious legacy our Father left us was not the technique of fishing, but a single sentence: 'Do not try to conquer the sea. Learn to listen to it.'" The old Fisherman King eventually found contentment, realizing that true inheritance is not replicating a skill, but passing on a profound understanding of life. It is not making your children a second version of yourself, but allowing them, while mastering a craft, to possess a wisdom that transcends it. Whenever the moon is full, the children of the fisherman will still hear this teaching. Remember, what we use is not just a fishing net, but a gift from the sea. What we harvest is not just fish and shrimp, but a covenant with nature. This is the true essence of the fishing art.